KVGC News Time is now 7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Time now for a look at the news. It's a Tuesday, the 22nd day of May for 2018. Well, the Jackson Planning Commission has approved the relocation of the Fargo Club on Main Street in Jackson. Meeting last night, the commission voted to approve a conditional use permit to relocate the historic Fargo Bar from its current location at number 2 Main Street next to the intersection with Broadway to 160 Main Street near the intersection with California Street. The Fargo has operated in its current location since 1955. The permit for the new location will require the bar to have security cameras both inside and outside the establishment. Several members of the public spoke in support of the move in a very quick public hearing. The commission also last night approved the permitting for the Jackson Rancheria for the operation of an event center off of French Bar Road. The center would use an existing residence and other improvements to host up to 2 events a month and accommodate parking for up to 200 vehicles. The project will be required to make drainage improvements and perform a traffic study before they begin operations. Finally, the commission approved a pair of requests for the new Ledger Dispatch building on Water Street, granting a variance so that additional trees do not need to be planted in the existing parking lot, and a code interpretation that will give the building signs on each side of the building that match in size.
Calaveras County supervisors will discuss a proclamation today in disagreement with the California Values Act. Now, the proclamation, if adopted, would acknowledge the county's policies comply with federal immigration laws, which means Calaveras County would not be a sanctuary county. Now, in October, Governor Brown signed Senate Bill 54, the California Values Act, that made California the first sanctuary state for undocumented immigrants to have protection even though they entered the country illegally. Now, earlier this month, the Amador Board voted to reinstate their opposition to SB 54, a position the board had voted for last year, and to submit an amicus, or friend of the court brief, in support of the Federal Justice Department's court challenge to the sanctuary law. Now, the motion passed with 4 votes in favor and Supervisor Axe abstaining. In March, the U.S. Justice Department filed a federal complaint in Sacramento alleging the California Values Act conflicts with the federal supremacy clause in the Constitution. Federal officials assert their immigration laws preempt state laws.
An Amador County emergency crews rolled to a solo vehicle accident Monday evening, according to reports around 7 o'clock when traveling west on Highway 88 near Iam Buena Vista Road. The driver of a mid-sized sedan lost control of the vehicle, veered off the road to the right, went down an embankment, struck a tree, and came to rest facing in the opposite direction. The passenger in the vehicle sustained a serious leg injury and was taken by ambulance to Sutter Amador Hospital for treatment. The CHP is still investigating.
The public invited this Wednesday to attend the ribbon-cutting and dedication ceremony of Varley Place at 1003 Broadway in Jackson. The building will become home sweet home for homeless veterans and their families in Amador County and the Sierra Foothills. Tours will run from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and the ceremony will begin at 10 with reps from the state of California and Amador County in attendance. In 2010, the owner of the Bartleson building agreed to donate it to ATCA. The building in Jackson has been completely remodeled into 12 spacious apartments, 3 3-bedroom, 3 2-bedroom, and 6 1-bedroom, and will now be known as Varley Place in honor of ATCA's founder, Judy Varley. In partnership with VA of Northern California Medical Services and the local housing authority, Amador Tuolumne Community Action Agency will welcome veterans to their new homes. According to the latest statistics, there's ample data showing nearly 4,000 Amador County veterans are living at or below the poverty line, and in the foothills, dozens are literally homeless.
And a simulated 2-car head-on collision started the Every 15 Minutes program off in Amador County yesterday morning. The 2-day program focuses on high school students, challenging them to think about drinking, driving, personal safety, the responsibility of making mature decisions, and the impact their decisions have on family, friends, and their community. The first part of the 2-day program took place yesterday with the traffic collision involving an impaired teenage driver and a fatally injured victim. Now, students from Amador, Argonaut, and Independence were on hand to witness the event at the Amador High Track. The crash scene included emergency response just as an actual collision would require. The name of the program is based on the fact that every 15 minutes in the U.S., someone is injured or killed in an alcohol-related collision. For the remainder of the school day yesterday, selected students from each high school were removed from their classroom by the Grim Reaper every 15 minutes and taken to an overnight retreat to demonstrate this statistic. Now today, the program will shift to Argonaut High School, where a mock funeral assembly will be held. Students from the high schools will attend the assembly, where a video of yesterday's activities will be shown and presentations will be made by guest speakers. Following the assembly, there will be a reception to provide support services, community engagement, and lunch for all students, staff, and volunteers. The 2-day program is designed to be a constant reminder to teenagers about the choices they have to make involving alcohol and how it affects not only themselves, but many others.
And a scheduled water shutoff planned in the city of Plymouth tonight. The shutdown is set for this evening, 11:30, through 1 tomorrow morning. During this time, AWA crews will repair a pressure-reducing valve station. All homes for the shutdown have been notified via door tag and will be released the same way. The homes affected are on Riesling Court and Port Drive. In total, 15 customers will be on a boil advisory Wednesday, while the agency awaits the sample results.
And that's a look at local news on this Gold Country Tuesday morning from the KVGC News Center.
I'm JD.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting. Local news brought to us today by Gold Country Auto Clinic and by Howard's Body Shop. A little later on in this hour, we'll be hearing from Amador County Probation Chief Mark Bonini. Mark was able to talk with Jake about the 15-minute program, and we'll hear that interview coming up.